Now, from the WCCO Live Desk, you're watching CBS News Minnesota.
Hey, good morning. I'm Maria Lizignoli. It's 10 o'clock live in the WCCO newsroom. Thanks for joining us at the Live Desk. Today, a man accused of a deadly crash in White Bear Lake is expected to be in court to face drunk driving charges. Police arrested a 63-year-old on suspicion of DWI. The State Patrol says the man was turning on from Highway 61 onto Highway 96 around 8:30 p.m. Wednesday. That's when he hit and killed a 31-year-old woman on a motorcycle. Court documents say he had a .27 blood alcohol content level at the time, which is more than 3 times the legal limit. A new clue revealed in a grisly 30-year-old cold case where the remains of a young woman were found in 2 different Minnesota lakes. Take a look at this picture. This is 27-year-old Denise Hartley. She was last seen alive in St. Paul back in 1993. After all these years, police were finally able to put a name to the face thanks to investigative genealogy. But despite identifying her, they're still not sure who killed her. So please call police if that name, Denise Hartley, and this face ring any bells. Today, the first black fire captain in St. Paul and his brother will be honored with a statue. These are pictures in the top right and left corner of William and Alfred Gadet from the St. Paul Fire Department's Facebook page. The brothers both worked for the St. Paul Fire Department in the late 1800s and early 1900s. Alfred died in the line of duty in 1921. In fact, the St. Paul Fire Department headquarters is named after them. And in just a couple of hours, they will receive another honor. The city is dedicating a permanent monument to them that honors their legacy and contributions to St. Paul. The ceremony is at noon at the headquarters, and we expect to hear from members of the Gadet family as well as city leaders. The annual Mayfly Hatch. Have you heard of it? I mean, obviously in Minnesota, we do experience some of this. It's not everywhere, but right now it is happening down south in Minnesota. And let me tell you, there are a lot of them. Check out this picture. Yeah, gross. The cities in Red Wing, Wabasha, and Winona will all turn some of their street lights off to keep roadways clearer and safer. And the lights will remain off until hatching subsides. But officials say hatching can take weeks. Drivers are reminded to slow down and keep your eyes on the road. Well, starting tonight at 10, speaking of roads, eastbound 94 will be closed between 35E and Highway 10. Your recommended detour is in green. Now, you can go north on 35E and onto eastbound 694 as well as southbound 694. That stretch of road is expected to reopen Monday morning by 5. The Vikings minicamp is in the books. Kevin O'Connell explains how the team is looking so far this offseason. Plus, as we take a live look outside, a red next weather tower means warmer temps are on the way. We'll check in with Joseph right after the break.
Now, from the WCCO Live Desk, you're watching CBS News Minnesota.
Welcome back to the Live Desk. Let's start with a live look outside downtown Minneapolis. As you can see, bright blue skies, and that next weather tower is red, which means things are going to warm up, which is great news. I mean, I did enjoy a little bit of a cool down yesterday, but it actually got kind of too cold. So I think today is going to be quite perfect, though we may have some rain. So let's really time all of that out with next weather meteorologist Joseph Dames.
Happy Friday. Hi, I'm meteorologist Joseph Dames. This is a sweet forecast, right? 80 degrees for our high temperature for the day today. Now, I do want to show you a couple things. The first being that it's going to get a little windy. It's definitely going to get a little windy out there. 10 to 15 sustained speeds. That's just kind of like your general wind. And then the gusts about 30 miles per hour. Then we also get a chance for some rain late tonight. Now, I know it's going to look so beautiful all day today, but by like 7, 8 p.m., a few more clouds, and then probably after 9 p.m., we have a shot to see some scattered showers. Now, I don't think we're really going to get a thunderstorm out of this, but a rumble of thunder or just a moment where it's a little gusty, that is possible. I'll actually show you on some of the forecast weather miles. You'll see some clouds up north, but here comes our cluster of showers there. That's 10 p.m. So if you're going to be out for your Friday night, you need to be ready for at least a little bit of rain around here. Passing through as we get closer to midnight, and you'll notice a pool there, maybe some moderate showers here, and maybe again a rumble of thunder. That clears out, and we're looking pretty good Saturday morning. At one point in time, there was a chance for maybe a few isolated showers down south. I don't really see that in the forecast anymore. We're hitting our seasonal stride, though. I have a stretch of 70s and 80s instead of being above average by like 10 degrees for the last 3 weeks. We'll actually get closer to our average. That's what I mean by that first headline there. And I have tons of dry time in the forecast for whatever you have going on for the weekend. Again, we were above average. This is where we were. Now we're going to be sitting kind of in this sweet spot. So that's what's next for us. Precipitation chance is pretty low. Next real threat for rain outside of tonight is going to fall on our Tuesday at 30% right there. And you put both of those things together and the 7-day forecast looks like this. We go to our coolest day tomorrow, and then we get back into the 70s, and our warmest day next week, at least for the first few days, will probably fall on Wednesday there at 78. You get more updates on the rain tonight and anything coming up for your weekend at CBS News Minnesota. We'll see you there. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you, Joseph. You too. Game 5 of the NBA Finals is tonight. Game 4 was just crazy, right? The NBA has been surging all season. You may have seen or heard about this, the greatest comeback in NBA Finals history. It happened in New York Wednesday at Madison Square Garden. And a former Timberwolves star, Karl Anthony Towns, tried to put his feelings into words.
It's just one break in life, just one thing to go my way one time, and I'm glad it did. I'm glad it did for us, man. God is good, man.
I'm glad it did too. All right, here's a look at what else is coming up today in sports.
Morning, the Minnesota Vikings finished up mini camps. Next stop, training camp, at least for the veterans. It was a well-attended OTAs and mini camps, and that pleases the head coach, who was encouraged by the numbers and what he feels going in.
With all the things these guys have going on, it is really, really cool to have the participation level, the buy-in, the hunger to continue to raise the foundation of where what's been built by our players here, but ultimately where we want to go as a team. So compliments to those guys. I think they're ready for training camp.
Last night there was a big crowd outside one home waiting to get in and meet former Vikings. Tommy Kramer and Carl Lee were there, so was Adrian Peterson. The whole reason they're there, to raise money for displaced kittens and cats.
But when we started telling some of the guys, you know, from Studwell to Teddy Brown to Chuck Foreman, they all were like, hey, we're in, whatever you need, buddy, you know, we'll help. So it's a lot of people help the puppies, which are great. You know, a lot of people help Humane Society, but just not too many help kitties.
Twins gave up 6 home runs and only had 5 hits. Not a good recipe. They fell to the Detroit Tigers 11-0. They're back taking on the St. Louis Cardinals tonight at Target Field. We'll get their thoughts and much more tonight on WCCO TV, plus a special look at Maxwell Woods from Chanhassen High School to South Dakota State to Washington State, where in the bowl game this past year, he flourished. We'll explain, and his inspiration tonight at 10 on WCCO TV. For CBS News Minnesota, I'm Mike Max, and that is your morning look at sports.
All right, we're going to continue with sports. The World Cup, it's officially kicked off, and today is the first game for the U.S. men's national team. They're gearing up to hit the pitch on home soil tonight at 8 when they take on Paraguay. In downtown Minneapolis, a watch party yesterday was full of fans. They were watching as Mexico beat South Africa in an intense opening game where red cards outnumbered goals scored. South Africa had 2 red cards, Mexico had 1. The final score was 2-0. At the downtown watch party, one couple made that winning moment one they'll remember forever. Ah!
I was surprised. I didn't know. They just told me that we were going to take a picture, and it happened.
Oh my gosh, congratulations to them. That's so exciting. Oh, I love it. What a great story and full of memories. Stick with us here on the Live Desk in CBS News Minnesota. It's mind-blowing to think about how much money Elon Musk will be worth after today. He's expected to become the world's first trillionaire. More on that coming up. Plus, we're learning more about the possible connection between smartphones and a drop in fertility. That's next on Mid-Morning.